guys, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very nice, thank you. Nice to be in Turku.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So today is your last show of the summer, right?
Yeah, last festival performance.
Last ride of the festival season.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
Well,
this?
it's always a bit of a bittersweet and melancholic feeling when you end an intense leg like today. On the other hand, it's really nice to have a little breather, go back home. But then again, you have been living in this bubble really intensely for a few months,
Yeah.
and then it stops.
It's weird.
At least for me, it's like just walking around the house for 2 days, not being able to do anything.
Yeah.
It takes a while to go back to the normal daily routine. Vacuuming the
I would
house.
like to say that I can imagine, but actually I can't. Okay, so from October you are going on tour in South America, right?
South America, yeah.
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 And Mexico.
And then you have the European tour
About time.
right away.
Yeah, November.
I think it's been
December,
postponed for 3 or 4 times
Yeah,
already.
at least three
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So it's been.
So
I think the original idea was to have it 2020 in May. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
the first European tour.
but then the pandemic
Yeah, the
hit
pandemic
Yeah.
hit. And,
and everything changed.
yeah,
All the plans went.
like for everybody.
Yeah, but now let's hope that everything is going to be good.
It has to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hope too that it doesn't go back to the
Yeah.
silliness
True.
of closing everything. You know.
Yeah. So what your fan should expect from your tour or your upcoming tour?
Of course, it's been now a few months we have been doing this since May when we started the US tour, and of course, nice to play the new songs,
Yeah.
which were already out in 2020. So it's been great.
Yeah.
Great to do that finally, and of course the production is a bit different than on the previous tour we did with the decades, like the old classic songs. It's the greatest hits, so to speak.
All you can basically do is do your own thing, be yourself, and enjoy playing that 2 hours of music
Yeah.
with your buddies on stage and hope that it resonates.
Yeah. There is any song that you enjoy most playing?
It's
If
always
yes, why?
it's always fun to play the new songs from the latest album,
Yeah.
because they are not so worn out.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think the highlight of the setlist at the moment is a track called Tribal. It's
There
just-
is more pressure when you play the new songs, or what's
Not really, they just feel novel.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
excitement is, of course, there a bit even more than the rest of the songs, because
Yeah.
it's still great to play all of the stuff, all the old stuff, but still the new stuff has, because like Tuomas said, it's not we haven't played that so much, so
Yeah.
it's still fresh and new. And
Yeah. And then it's also the reaction from your fans.
yeah, it's
It's always an interaction, and that's the best part of live shows. When you see a person in the audience who is going mental, or some song clearly touches him or her. That happened a few weeks ago while we were playing Sleeping Sun. This older couple were like hugging each other, eyes closed throughout the whole song and just swaying. It was a truly beautiful moment. And those are the moments that really give you the energy to do the shows as well.
Yeah.
On the other hand, sometimes you see some guys in the front row yawning in the middle of the show, and that's a bit of a mood killer, but
you
Where-
try to look at those people that give you energy.
Yeah.
yeah.
That are really enjoying themselves instead of the ones that are bored to death. So
Or maybe they are just tired. They have been working all the day, and then they were like, "I have to go to the gig," even if they are like that.
yeah, you never know. But
Yeah. So your last album, Human Nature, was released 2 years ago. So what can you tell about its genesis and lyrics?
It is a sequel to the album before that called Endless Forms Most Beautiful, and the upcoming album, which we're gonna record in 2023, Next year,
Yeah.
that's gonna be like the
Yes.
ending of the trilogy. So
Okay.
it's just the second chapter of this trilogy.
Yeah. And yeah, you are talking that your next album is going to be released next year.
The year after that, we're gonna record it next summer.
Okay.
So it's gonna be
So
in
it's
early
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have still to wait.
We as well.
Yeah. But I think fans are all the time.
Yeah, the,
Something-
demo,
something-
the demos are ready, and we've been listening to those on the days off in a hotel room together, and going through the lyrics with Tuomas and with the vocals and stuff like that.
What a privilege to finally have a lot of time in your hands to really go through all the songs and explore what we could do with those songs without any sense of hurry.
Yeah.
Because we still have like 10 months before
Yeah.
we hit the rehearsal studio. So that's just a lot of fun to be brainstorming with the guys.
Yeah. And experimenting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I think that sometimes when you do music, you have all the time some pressure to do music fast. But art is not something that comes fast.
Yeah, because usually Tuomas he drops the demo like 1 month before we go to the rehearsals,
Yeah.
and then we rehearse 1 month, and then we go to the studio to start recording. So it's more done like a little bit more in a hurry than now. We have already the demo is ready in a way, and now we can really digest it and brainstorm it and think about what we can do with these songs and how they are being presented.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And deadlines can be really useful as well, because in this business it's really hard to let go when you're working so intensely with an album and the songs. You want to make it as perfect as possible, and you know, it's really hard to let go of the kid, of the precious child, and when you have a deadline, that helps
Yeah.
in that process.
So there is pro and cons for in both
Yeah.
cases. Yeah.
So it's great to already know that we're gonna rehearse next year, the whole July, and then we start the drum recordings in
August.
in August. So it's great to have you have a goal. That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
There we're gonna have the stuff ready so we can start recording.
Yeah. Sure. So, what is your main music inspiration at the moment?
Planet Earth and the people on it.
Was always like this?
More or less, yeah. I think on the earlier Nightwish albums, the songs and the lyrics, they were a bit more personal. And now, for the past 2 albums, the thematics have been a bit more universal.
Yeah. So a bit of change.
You have to change to keep
That's
the whole
true.
thing interesting.
You have
I
to
mean,
evolve.
You have to evolve.
Yeah.
Or
Yes,
at
you
least
will.
that's how I feel. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, ask AC/DC, and they still do it brilliantly. And all the respect in the world for them. Personally, I love exploring different genres and different ideas to do songs and lyrics about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So you are the most react band on YouTube. There is a lot of reaction channel. What do you think about those reaction videos?
I think in a way it's a good thing, because some people that has never heard about us, they probably will discover new music through that, and that's great. So I'm not against it. I'm totally fine, and it's okay that people do it. But it's been a bit surprising that it's been so much, like almost over 5,000 songs, 5,000 reaction videos has been made from our stuff.
Yeah,
So it's a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
In a way.
It's a really interesting phenomenon, and I had a discussion about this with a really good friend of mine this summer, and he told me that whenever a new album or a new song from his favorite bands comes up, he always watches the reaction video first. and we had a massive disagreement in that, because I have nothing against the reaction videos. I think it's really interesting phenomenon, but I still think you should listen to the songs as they were meant to be listened to by the band,
sure.
from beginning to the end without any interruptions. At some point you can of course watch the reaction videos and see how people feel about it, how they put the song into pieces, all that, but that's not how we meant the song to be listened to.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, true. And I have watched few of those reaction videos, but I get bored to watch people reacting to something that I can listen or watch myself. So, yeah, they are great to introduce new people to your music or whatever music.
Yeah.
But
There are some of those which are so incredibly thorough, and they immediately seem to grasp the core of the songs and the lyrics on their first listen. That's phenomenal.
yeah,
That was just
sometimes I think it's the first time that they are listening to. There is a question mark. Someone can answer. Yeah. So, do you have any advices for a musician that start nowadays their career?
don't start doing music unless the idea that you cannot do it is unbearable.
I think
Well,
everybody, because music it's so personal. You should always try to keep it as it is as well. You know, don't do it for money or
success.
yeah. You'll have to love it more than you, because then you can go somewhere with it. If you love what to do, you're the luckiest man or woman alive.
Music is what feelings sound like, and that's the core of it. You have to keep it at that and go from there.
Yeah.
Do it for the right reasons
Yeah.
and have the passion.
Passion is fundamental. Otherwise, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the advice. It was good, I think, for people that are watching this video. We have done with this interview. Thank you so much for your time. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure. Would you like to say something to your fans?
See you at the shows.